Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, we will be going over the Gotham Gazette issue that unveils the plot of Gotham Knights. So this was a newspaper that was sent out to a select number of creators and fans that WB flagged on Twitter and via email, and basically sent this gift box to. And in the box, we'll get to the invitation that was in the box, and there's also a Court of Owls mask, which is pretty cool. But the main thing I wanted to focus on, and the most information we get out of this PR marketing campaign that they're doing, is from this newspaper, which is both front and back. And I'm going to read through it. This is going to be kind of heavy in terms of reading, but you can see we learn more about Blackgate. We get Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy teaser, a bunch of Easter eggs here in this classified section, a lot of different information and confirmed villains and exciting stuff here that I wanted to go over. And first, let me just go over what the plot of this game is. And we get it right here from Gotham Gazette. Bruce Wayne dead. Wayne Manor collapse called freak accident. The investigation continues. Wayne Manor collapse deemed a, quote, tragic accident. Let's start here with Vicky Vale's reporting. Gotham City, Bruce Wayne, chairman of Wayne Enterprises and founder of the Martha Wayne Foundation, died Tuesday at the age of 42. Mr. Wayne's body was found amid the rubble of his ancestral home on the Wayne family estate after a sinkhole caused a collapse of the property. Gotham police have ruled the death an accident, which, of course, we know is not accurate, and indeed he was killed by the Court of Owls more than likely. At least that's what we anticipate, and it kind of makes sense because, well, we'll get to it in a little bit with the invitation. So the Court of Owls is throwing on a party, kind of a commemoration event to honor the death of Bruce Wayne, which is ironic because they killed Bruce Wayne, but of course no one would suspect it when the Court of Owls puts on a party and oh, we're so sad for the passing of Bruce Wayne, even though that they're the people that probably kidnapped him and didn't actually kill him, although people think that he's dead. Mr. Wayne was synonymous with Gotham City. This is, again, back to Vicky Vale's fictional reporting. In addition to his corporate work, he used his considerable wealth to spearhead revitalization efforts within Gotham City since the early 2000s. Despite his reputation for being something of a Dianet, Mr. Wayne had an, sorry, it's a little hard to read, an innate business savvy that served him well both in and out of boardrooms. Sorry, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. It's a little tough to read. Bruce Wayne knew how to pick his allies. He surrounded himself with people with whom altruism was seen as a strength, said Kane Industries CEO Jacob Kane, who is also Mr. Wayne's uncle. Our family and friends are understandably in mourning, and I would take it as a personal favor if they were granted privacy during this time. Wayne Enterprises Board of Directors released a statement on their chairman's passing. Quote, Bruce Wayne meant a great deal to the company and still does. He set a precedent for what Wayne Enterprises is about, and we intend to honor and continue that work. Despite the tragic circumstances surrounding Mr. Wayne's death, Mr. Kane believes his nephew is at peace. At the very least, we can take some shred of solace in the fact that he did not suffer, Mr. Kane said. Of course, that's also foreshadowing the fact that he probably is suffering in the custody of the Court of Owls at this very moment. Mr. Kane said, for everything he did for the city, he deserves that at least. The Wayne family name is as old as Gotham itself, with Judge Solomon Wayne having commissioned the buildings that began Gotham's industrialization. Many Wayne sons have helped shape Gotham City into a sprawling metropolis that it is today, including Bruce Wayne's own parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne, who, by the way, in this universe, I'm just going to guess were a part of the Court of Owls. That is not canon in the New 52, but I have a feeling they're going to do the Batman Telltale thing where Thomas Wayne is a bad guy. That's just my guess. While Mr. Wayne did not marry, nor did he have any children, he is survived by his adopted son, Dick Grayson, confirmed to be adopted son in this. Of course, depending on the interpretation, he's either like a legal adopted son of Bruce Wayne, and sometimes he's not. So that was cool to see. As well as numerous friends and colleagues both in Gotham and well beyond. Okay, there are other reporting here. Bristol County forensic teams have resumed their work siphoning through the rubble of the Wayne family estate after a 24-hour hiatus. Emergency services coordinators paused excavation Tuesday after recovery of a dead body identified in the scene as Bruce Wayne, age 42, the manor's owner and resident. So allegedly, the GCPD has Bruce Wayne's body. Yeah, I don't know how confident I am about that because this was an explosion or excuse me, a collapse with rubble. So his body, Bruce Wayne's body might be highly dismembered and unrecognizable to the forensic experts. So that's the way they're going to position this, is that the GCPD found Bruce Wayne's body. He's confirmed 100% dead, and there's no chance of him being a Talon. We'll see if that's true. Okay, the sheriff confirmed that Wayne is believed to have been home alone when the 250-year-old mansion collapsed suddenly. Sunday morning. Yeah, seems likely. I'm sure that happened. Probably there was an explosion in Wayne in the Batcave that caused the collapse and the sinkhole collapse. Probably something to do with the Batcave. Just my guess. We'll see. Witnesses near the estate reported muffled explosions at the time of the incident, prompting authorities to evacuate neighboring homes in the affluent Palisades suburbs for concerns of potential natural gas leaks. Municipal engineers for Gotham City arrived at the scene after first responders discovered what's been described as a massive sinkhole below the east wing of the building. So again, probably a booby trap explosion of the Batcave so that it was completely eviscerated and destroyed. So therefore, when they got there, the investigators, they didn't even recognize or acknowledge that there was anything there. It probably was totally just sucked up by the sinkhole. Well, much of the origins of the neo-Gothic mansion have been reinforced in recent decades. The speed and catastrophic scale of the collapse was too powerful for it to withstand. Investigators have announced that there's no evidence of any foul play. They're calling it a tragic accident. Of course they are. Okay. County officials cited the geology of the Palisades as a complicating factor, as much of the area sits on underground streams that are constantly fluctuating and creating soil erosion, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm done reading this. Okay, so that's basically the story here, is that Bruce Wayne's body has been found. Here's an additional reporting from Susanna Stone. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but basically, so Mayor Sy is the mayor of Gotham, and there is a spike in crime coinciding with the death here. You can see this is the rubble of the mansion. So Wayne Manor in this game is completely toast. It's like, it's done. It's basically like we're at Batman Begins, Dark Knight, the Dark Knight level. The thing is completely done. It just got absolutely wiped out. Okay, so there's no Wayne Manor in this game. It's just gone. Get a nice shot of the Gotham skyline here, and basically this article, again, I won't go too far into it, but they talk about spiking crime, which obviously is happening because Bruce Wayne is dead. That's what happens when Bruce Wayne dies, because, spoiler alert, he is Batman. I know, I'm sorry for spoiling that for you. Okay, so now there are 6 job listings. I'm going to read them here in another article, because it's just too hard to see, and it's going to be easier for you guys to see here. Okay. Job 1, private security. Private entrepreneur, wealthy entrepreneur seeking able-bodied security, must be willing to work nights, weekends, and holidays. Must have no aversions to flightless birds. Okay, so this is the Bat Family posting. Bartender at Iceberg Lounge. So we have the Penguin confirmed for this game. Last bartender left without giving notice. Need replacement ASAP. Requirements. Understands creative mixology. Discreet. Okay, so that is Iceberg Lounge. Wayne Enterprises is searching for a new position. That's interesting. Personal assistant at Falcone Enterprises. So Carmine Falcone confirmed for the game as well. Looking for a business-minded go-getter who is discreet. Looking for volunteers at the animal shelter in search of a compassionate animal lover who wants to fight the underdog. Pun intended. Requirements: love for all animals, especially cats. Okay, so we're getting Catwoman in the game as well. That's cool. Tired of old tech. Group of rebels looking for individuals who love tech, want to shake up Gotham City. A must flavor for rebellion and required of distaste for authority and courage. So this is Riddler posting here as well, looking for an employee. So that's pretty interesting. And again, those are the classified job listings. We also see Pamila's Diner. So Pamela Ivy, obviously her diner, 50% of every order of the Wayne Foundation will help support the Wayne Foundation if you order at the diner. So that's kind of cool. Also carrying on the teaser that we got in Batman Arkham Knight for that diner. Also, we see Mr. Freeze here. Have you seen this individual? Reach out to this number, and he is on the loose, and the GCPD is looking for him and putting ads in the newspaper to find him, which is pretty interesting. It looks like he's going more villain route in this game than antihero, which is interesting, but we shall see. There's also an article about unrest in Blackgate, but fundamentally those are the main things. You can see some voters are upset with how Batman is being disrespected by the mayor. So the mayor was not a fan of Batman. I'm tired of the mayor's blatant disregard for Batman's contribution to the city. They act as if everything is going great and won't address that he's missing. So probably the mayor was in on the plot to get rid of Batman and probably kidnapped him. Again, he probably was kidnapped out of the bottom of Wayne Manor, and a body was planted to make it appear as though he was dead and is still alive. That's probably my guess. But there you have it, guys. Again, you can read through this a little bit more on your own. A couple of other small Easter eggs and teasers throughout, but fundamentally, that's the main gist. A lot of new villains confirmed, teasers and Easter eggs for Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, the Penguin, a bunch of other characters, and more details surrounding Bruce Wayne's death, which is what we were all wanting to get here from this information. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and ring the notification bell. And don't forget, guys, I am streaming on October 16th, okay? So Saturday, October 16th, I'm streaming all day. All day. Get on in the morning and make sure you are here for the stream. We'll be going for 8 hours. Can't wait to see you guys there. It's going to be a very, very fun day, and it's the moment we've been waiting for over a year now. Can't wait. See you guys then. Peace out.